I've been saying for years, this is the year, this is the year. You know, we spent the whole day up in Albany yesterday, meeting with people, educating them, and we'll see what happens. I mean, everybody in this room knows that this sport, how safe it is, and it is a real sport. It's just a few key people here in the state of New York that we need to turn. We'll see what happens. And it does. Listen, if it happens this year, it happens. If it doesn't, it's going to happen. It's eventually going to happen. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep pressing and pushing until it gets done.
You know, every day I'm learning how to become a better athlete, and you know, it feels pretty much the same. You know, I feel as if I'm growing with the opportunity. When I was facing Andre Guzman, I didn't really have many tactics. I was new to MMA, let alone the UFC, and now I have a better grasp of what's going on. Both when it comes to media, when it comes to competition and everything. So I feel right at home, so I feel good.
Yeah, I'm just excited. You know, this has been something that I've wanted to do for a long time, to fight in the UFC. And it's been a long road for me. This is 7 years in the MMA career. I've been pretty decorated and had some great opportunities, but you know, this is the biggest one so far. And so being at the point that I'm at and seeing an opportunity like this, I can't wait to seize it and make a statement and get the win and have some fun.
Right, well, here's the reality. This is the most regulated sport in the world. And basically what happens, you know, when you have these guys talking about, oh, this shouldn't be in this state, or this is brutal, this is this and that, the reality is when these guys fight, if they take any damage to the head, they're put on a 3-month suspension. These guys are on a 3-month medical suspension and cannot return until they're seen by a doctor. And these guys are never put in a position. If a guy gets hit so hard to where he goes down, because the other guy has the ability to jump on top of him, the fight is usually stopped. These guys don't take the damage that NFL players take, or boxers, or guys from the NHL. And guys in the NFL and NHL can't miss 3 months, you know? If guys miss 3 months for a concussion, there'd be no football, there'd be no NHL. So that's the difference. This sport's a million times safer than both of them.
Both fighters had some similarities on their games because both are good strikers and good wrestlers, and they like to fight with a ground and pound style. Biggest change I had to make was to change the sparring partner's body type, because I had all the structure prepared to fight Rashad, and I had to change and get some sparring partners that could be more of Jon Jones' size. It didn't affect my training that much because it was six weeks out when I was just about to get into the specific strategy training, so it was the perfect time to make the switches.
Do you look across the cage like, holy crap, that's one tough fella? Like, how does it mentally go for you, like being young? Because you see young athletes like Mike Tyson or Peter Belfort eventually melt down. So what is it like for you to look across the cage like, that's a tough dude, I gotta go fight?
Right. As far as the eventually melt down part, you know, I'm aware of all the ways that you can fall by the wayside. You know, I'm training with Greg Jackson, and I have some really great mentors, guys like George St. Pierre, guys like Rashad, guys like, you know, just amazing mentors. And I'm just, I guess awareness is key, and knowledge is power, and I feel as if I'm a pretty smart guy, and I know warning signs of when you can be sidetracked, and you know, staying away from certain situations, certain people, things like that. So I feel as if, and my manager, Marquardt, you know, we go over a lot of things of how to stay in a good position. And what was your other question? I'm sorry. As far as looking across the ring at a guy like Shogun, I visualize the fight a lot, and I feel mentally unprepared to look across the ring at Shogun and do what I do. Shogun wakes up in the morning and puts his pants on just like I do. I'm sure he poops just like I poop, and it's another fight. I try not to fight the face, I try not to fight the name, I fight the body. You guys like that poop, how I poop? Yeah.
He doesn't think Rashad ran away from the fight or anything like that. He really got injured, and those things happen. Maybe Rashad didn't feel he was going to be 100% for the task. But regardless, he's a fighter. He is a UFC employee per se. He supports the show, and he will fight everyone. He will fight anyone, and he wouldn't let the event, the show, the promotion down in such a time. He always fought the best through his career. As a champion, as a fighter, he has to fight the best, and that's what he does. Jon Jones is a great fighter, and he will keep fighting the best. And he always faces his fights as the toughest and trained the hardest, so he's prepared for any task. Well, actually, I have known Jon Jones as a fighter, watching his fights inside the octagon, but I don't know him as a person. I never really got to understand him or learn his personality. So I cannot really comment on that if there's a change or not. However, everybody is entitled to their own personality. I'm a professional fighter. I'm used to that. I have been fighting professionally for 10 years already, so it's nothing new to me, and it doesn't really bother me.
I absolutely expect the home crowd advantage. As far as me being young, you know, more than winning the belt, it means more to me to be an inspiration to younger people. And you know, I haven't been a product of my environment. You know, I grew up in a really rough area, and even more, I transferred over to a more suburban area. It's just a really, really small town, and I want to show people, despite where you're from or what the odds are, or if the guy's a legend or whatever, you can do anything you put your mind and heart to, and that's why I'm here. So I feel like I'm right where I should be.
Lulu and Ala from Univision Radio. Shogun, I'm sorry. I want to know if you would ever fight your brother. Because we're always fighting.
Se você lutaria algum dia com teu irmão?
Never.
Why not?
It's my brother.
Yeah, we're twins. Double pleasure. I know that one of your heroes is Anderson Silva, and I know you guys are different weight divisions, but if it presented itself, would you ever go against him?
You know, me talking about fighting Anderson Silva is like staring at second base when a baseball's coming my way, you know, so I won't even make a comment on that.
Okay. And this is for Dana. Can we get tickets for final? Saturday?
You don't have tickets?
No.
You don't have credentials?
Yes.
Yes? You have credentials? If you have credentials, why do you need tickets?
Well, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
What, are you going to bring your boyfriends or something? I mean, you guys are getting in there.
My sisters.
Your sister? You got more sisters?
I have 2 more sisters. Thank you.
Okay, first I have a question for you guys. You guys mind if I took a Twitter picture of all you guys? Sweet. I want to get this side next to you.
Shogun, in a video game, if you had one finishing move to be, what would it be? I want to hear from your mouth.
No videogame, se você tivesse que escolher uma finalização, um jeito de terminar uma luta, qual seria?
Knockout.
When are we gonna get a Bruce Buffer camera? See, and do his thing.
A Bruce Buffer what?
Camera.
Camera?
That stays on Bruce Buffer the whole time.
Are you related to Bruce Buffer? Did he put you up to this? Trust me, Buffer's been pulling for a buffer cam for a long time. Believe me. We'll see.
So, as far as fighting him now, you know, I lost my whole really looking up to him thing once I realized that I could fight him like a long time ago. Now I look up to a guy like Anderson, guys like Jose Aldo, guys who are really dynamic, guys whose styles I try to emulate. So, I feel totally at ease with the whole situation. Mentally, I'm very prepared to fight a guy that I used to look up to, and I feel as if I'm at that level now, and you know, just gotta go do my thing.
Hey Dana, how you doing? I am I just turned 40 this year. I'm a 20-year veteran of the Air Force and the New York Air National Guard, 2-time combat. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you again for Fight for the Troops and all the money you raised for TBI, and I think it's a great noble cause for helping my brothers and sisters out there that are coming back from the war with these terrible injuries. I'm not here to ask for tickets, but I've been following the UFC since UFC 1, and I was wondering, what's a guy like me got to do to be able to walk out with one of these guys for the fight? That's my dream. That would be my fantasy.
You need to become a professional corner man.
I mean, what? Can you fulfill that fantasy, Dana?
You want to answer that question?
my corner man now, so let me shake your hand.
Question for Jon Jones. Could you please stand up? Do you really think you could win this fight? Have you seen?
Hey, what's your name? What's your name? Anthony. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't think I could beat Shogun. So, 100%. That's a silly question.
Thank you guys very much. We really appreciate it.